Nonetheless, I'm proud of my aviation career, and in particular my military service. I'm grateful, and like I say, humbled that the board saw fit to recognize me and my many accomplishments. You're not only recognizing me, but you're recognizing my contributions to supporting air power for our military reservists as an advocate for our nation's readiness. I was fortunate along the way to have employers who understood the importance of my continued service to our country in the Air Force Reserves, and one of those was the FAA at the end. Unfortunately, my children, Bob, Lori, and Steve, cannot be here tonight. They're traveling home next month for my 80th birthday. My wife Sharon, who was the rock of our family, enabled my many years of service, passed nearly 2 years ago and is deeply missed. Tonight I'm fortunate to bring a lady, Miss Glenda Drake, who shares my passion for supporting our military. Thank you, dear. At my table, I have my brother Don and his wife Betty. Don is also in the Hall of Fame, is the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame as an official. He was also in the movie Hoosiers. He didn't have a speaking part, but he blew his whistle a lot. Also at my table is my closest military friend and mentor and his spouse, Major General Boyd and Bev Ashcraft. Boyd was a squadron commander, and I became the squadron commander. Actually, he asked me to come back from right bat, so because I didn't have commander on my record, I was a director of operations, and that's not good enough to get promoted. So he brought me back, and I became the squadron commander. And after me was Byron Tetrick, who's in the audience here tonight. Also at the table are my neighbors, Randy and Joan Smith. They're sitting with me. They do everything in the world for me, and they keep tabs on me. In fact, my yard won Yard of the Month, and they were the ones that were cutting the yard. I appreciate the continued support of friends in attendance. Many of my fellow squadron mates are here, and I'm so very proud that they came. People like Byron Tetrick, Phil Chester Love, the Chester Nestor Show is still alive. Frank Kutchman had to leave. Colonel Tim Cahoon, who was the wing commander for Grissom for a while, and Doug Aldy, they're all in attendance. You each are special to me and have contributed so much to my success. Your spouses are equally special to me. By the way, I have decided to forgive all of you the remaining debts you owe me from the gunnery range. One of my pilot training classmates was on the board, Don Bordy. He's not here tonight. He and Judy are special to me as well. Mentors were so important to me in my career. My father was a pilot and a man who rebuilt aircraft in the garage. He was the first to pass the flying bug on to me. He was also the first to tell me to get the hell out of the garage and talk too much. Go into the flying business. My first military mentor was very special. He was my ROTC Commandant of Cadets. Then he was Major George Bud Day. Bud later became a Vietnam veteran, POW, a Medal of Honor recipient, and one of them, he was at one time America's most decorated officer. What an influence on my career. There are so many others, including my FAA boss, Bruce Montier, who's here, and I really appreciate all he did for me. I certainly appreciate your total support. I just hope that over the long career of service, I've given as much to other people as you all have given to me. Once again, I thank the board for selecting me for this prestigious award. Thank you very much. And God bless America.
His son just pinned on his first star, Brigadier General Nestor. How about that? And also on November 4th, General Nestor is going to be inducted into the Indiana Veterans Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool too.